Matt Roloff's kids finally go back to farm. With all the little people big world drama over Roloff Farms, Matt Roloff's family members recently went back to the property. Is this a legitimate olive branch following the heated family feud? For some time in Little People Big World scenes, TLC milked the Roloff Farms storyline. Originally, both Zach Roloff and Jeremy Roloff wanted to buy a portion of the family farm. Not only would this keep things in the family, but it would also be a huge investment. It turns out, Matt Roloff decided to turn that portion of the property into short-term rentals instead. Just because Zach Roloff and Jeremy Roloff are his sons, that didn't mean that Matt would sell at some huge family discount. Instead, he made a business-savvy move, which in turn hurt the feelings of his sons. As Little People Big World fans will remember, the Roloff Farms drama, as well as the aftermath, was a huge storyline for TLC. It created a huge rift between Zach Roloff and his dad, Matt Roloff, resulting in Zach and Tori packing up and moving away to Battleground, Washington. Even in the most recent season of the show, Zach Roloff was still bitter over everything that went down. Even though Matt and Karen Chandler both said that they've tried extending an olive branch, it was very obvious that there were still hurt feelings there. Many Little People Big World fans even saw Zach Roloff and Tori Roloff quitting the show after season 25 as a direct shot at Matt Roloff. In the most recent Little People Big World updates making the rounds, Jeremy Roloff and his family were recently at Roloff Farms. This time of year is all about pumpkin season, which attracts visitors every year, and this time around, Jeremy, Audrey, and their children were there too. With Jeremy Roloff and his family spending time on Roloff Farms, this is a good sign when it comes to healing the family rift that came as a result of the farm deal that went south. While Zach Roloff and Tori Roloff seem to still be holding a grudge, the fact that Jeremy and his family came to the farm is a good sign that the family rift is healing. One of Matt Roloff's biggest regrets as this family rift has gone on has been not getting to see his grandchildren. At least in this case, he was able to spend time with his grandkids from Jeremy and Audrey. Audrey Roloff gets grouchy with Jeremy on social media. Little People Big World alum Audrey Roloff just got grouchy with her husband, Jeremy Roloff, on social media, and that's a rare occurrence. After all, TLC fans get the impression that they have a perfect marriage. Does the marriage journal tell fans to out their man online? Just asking for a friend. Jeremy Roloff's wife makes a living as an influencer, and she uses her social media to encourage engagement every day. Often, the Little People Big World alum posts about her kids, and critics think she exploits them for her income. But she seldom outs her husband, and that's probably because she professes to have a wonderful marriage. Audrey Roloff and Jeremy were not married for long before they left the TLC show, and she decided to be an influencer and author. Their first book, A Love Letter Life: Pursue Creatively, Date Intentionally, Love faithfully arrived, but it was their second effort, Creative Love: 10 Ways to Build a Fun and Lasting Love, that became a polarizing issue, because hardly any TLC viewers felt they had been married long enough to advise on marriage. Jeremy Roloff helps with the dishwashing after his wife cooks for him. While that is probably highly recommended in the Little People Big World alum's books about successful marriages, he did it wrong. So, she called him out and posted it on social media. On Instagram, she shared a bit of her kitchen, and then focused on the pot that was left to soak. Audrey Roloff first wrote on the overlaid text, "This is just a PSA to all the husbands with wives who do the cooking." Then she added, "You don't need to let the pot soak." Well, Jeremy Roloff hit back, albeit in a gentle way. He said, "Going in for the last word," Audrey retorted, at Jeremy Roloff, "and never cut down the tree, but rather decide to plant one instead." TLC fans comment, "Not everyone agreed with Audrey Roloff's snarking about Jeremy Roloff letting the pots soak. Here are some of their thoughts on it. avid pot soaker here, but my hubby frequently does the cooking and all of the dishes, so pot soaking is here to stay. I guess I'm the husband then. Haha, ours always need to soak, but seriously, we have 6 kids and then my husband and I, we cook all the time and things get stuck on our stainless steel. Even if it's just a little bit, I'm not scraping that stuff until it's soft. I'm the one who lets the pot soak and my husband is the one it washes it out. What are your thoughts on Audrey Roloff getting grumpy and grouching about Jeremy Roloff leaving the pots to soak instead of washing them after use? Are you surprised that she outed him on social media? Sound off in the comments below, and come back here often for all your little people, big world news, updates, and spoiler. Little people, big world star Amy Roloff and her husband, Chris Marek, split up. On social media, Amy gave fans an explanation for this decision. Keep reading to get all of the details about why this couple went their separate ways. Almost a year ago, on August 28, 2021, Amy and Chris got married. This was a huge deal for the lpbw couple, and fans were very excited for them. The wedding was even featured on the show. Now, just a week before celebrating their 1-year wedding anniversary, the pair has split up. Fans were shocked when they noticed they weren't together. Amy gave fans a peek into her life lately, revealing what she's been doing. Chris is noticeably absent from several of her recent Instagram posts, which might surprise you. On Instagram this week, Amy shared a handful of posts about her trip to Michigan to visit her family. While she was there, she attended a family member's wedding and soaked up lots of quality time with her relatives. It looks like Amy really enjoyed herself. Below, you can see a photo of Amy and her dad, Gordon Knight, enjoying happy hour together. However, many fans noticed that Chris was not in any of the photos, so they commented on her posts and asked about him. Fortunately, fans didn't have to wait too long before Amy Roloff explained why she and Chris weren't together in any of the photos she posted. In an Instagram comment, Amy Roloff answered many fans' questions. She wrote, "I know many of you asked where Chris was. We both took the time to visit each of our families, so he was visiting his family in Idaho. It is all a good thing. We're thankful we each got to take the time to visit family. So, it looks like this separation was very temporary." In another Instagram post, Amy told fans that she was eager to get back home and see her husband.